Good evening, YouTube.
Hello.
And here we are again, the Cole Odyssey at Edinburgh Fringe. This is day 3. Now, do we class the space thing as a show? Because this is technically our 3rd show of the day. But
no, 4th.
4th show of the day.
But we also had a press
conference. So we had 3 shows really, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And this was this evening, and this was Too Big for Her Britches. Musicals and opera was the section it was under, and this was at the Space Triplex studio at 7:15, and we had to dash to get there, and then they were running slightly late, so it was all yeah. And that becomes a bit of a theme today. We'll come back to that in another video. I'll read the bits of it. Lisa, I've forgotten this. Lisa.
Well,
you pronounced it better than me.
I think it's Pezic.
Right. Lisa contacted me via email before, and she looked at some of our stuff and liked what we did, and asked us if we wanted to come and see. So we've said yes. And this is just the Fringe bit. So a hilarious and heartbreaking dark comedy driven by 20 characters and 11 original songs, in which the heroine Luna endeavours to disentangle herself from bad decisions and an overbearing narcissistic mother. I won't read the rest of it, but you get the idea of what that's sort of like.
Yes, life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. We haven't spoken in a while, Luna, I want you to know some things. Yeah, I know. Boundaries are a lifesaver. What now, Mom? You're a heartless, soulless Luna. Now Mom thinks I'm soulless? That's a bit much. You leave us no choice, Luna. You were cut out of the family. Cut out of the family. You're not family. I need to get home to my family. Oh shit. The truck had almost hit me. One more second, I could have been killed. Why does she always lash out like this? I am so tired of this shame. Shame! You call. Why, that's me. Oh, don't be surprised that I'm here. This show is about me, after all. I've been guiding Luna her whole life. And as for you, dear audience, you and I are gonna get to know each other intimately this evening. I know so many of you. I've met you before. Don't be shy. I know you. And you. I know you feel me. I'm praying and playing on your beautiful pain. Your secrets and silence, I'm keeping them safe. Luna, do you know where you are? Now you're on the shame terrain. Everyone on board better know my name. Don't even think you can self-help me away. You're on the shame terrain. You're on the shame terrain. Bye.
What did you think?
Well, I think that little sort of synopsis. Sums it up very well, because I mean
You made notes.
I made notes because so I apologise if I look down, but we went almost straight into something else, and so I didn't want to lose what I'd thought.
Actually, just before you start, because he was running late, and our next show it was in the next venue, so it was round the corner, but we literally had 10 minutes, and we were quite worried that we were going to have to leave Lisa's show early, and actually the space staff were really we had a door that we could get out of if we actually did. We didn't, luckily. We were able to stay right to the end, and
which I'm very pleased that we did.
I am too.
We have to be. I don't want to. the plot. There's a bit of a plot spoiler at the end, isn't there? So we oughtn't to give that away.
No plot spoilers.
No. Anyway, so so it was started off, and you were. It is heartbreaking. I mean it
is heartbreaking
because I use the word depressing, which isn't quite right, but it was heartbreaking the way that she had, even from a child, it was a single-handed performance, and her mother said some dreadful things to her as a child, and she basically just grew up with very poor self-esteem.
Yeah,
and some poor life choices, as the synopsis said, and you really did feel for her. Obviously, as sort of life events happened, there was usually a song.
And I thought the songs were very good, actually.
I thought they were very. The lyrics were good.
Yeah.
They were relevant.
Yeah.
Her voice was great.
Yeah.
She could really sing.
I was slightly worried with the first song because the backing track seemed too loud, and I was struggling to hear the lyrics in the first song. Whoever was doing her tech sorted that after the first song, really.
No, the first two songs.
Oh, was it used two?
Because the second song completely drowned out her lyrics for me.
Right.
But then there was a gentleman, I don't know if he was just in the audience or if he was something to do with the production, but he leaned over to the tech person, and after that they were absolutely fine.
Yeah, you could hear. And one thing I will say about the show is it's very important to hear the lyrics in those songs because they do drive the narrative forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was loads of characters that she played, different characters, men, women, which I thought she did incredibly well, and they were very distinctive. The only character that I found I had to think, oh yes, this is shame, because she had the concept of shame which
as a character,
which was very important to the whole production.
I didn't have problems with the shame character, but a few of the others I did, because there were so many at certain points, and I thought some of those characters were really well observed, especially some of the sort of male characters in particular.
Really well observed.
I didn't have trouble with the shame character, but some of the others I did. I was thinking, who is this again? But that was maybe me more than anything else, really.
It's interesting because it was the shame that I got that, but it just seemed to take me a few more moments longer to think, no, this is shame again.
Right.
But how you, other than having somebody completely different playing that particular character, I don't know. And that detracts from the whole thing because it worked as a whole.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I was going to think about this production, but actually I found it, I really thought it was very, very good. I did. I talked about the music, and I liked all I will say is it was there was a full circle sort of element.
Yeah, there was.
To the production, which I liked.
She did a really nice thing at the end after, because I'm not giving this is not a spoiler, but after she'd finished and she was taking her applause, she said, "Are there any other shows in?" And there was 3 girls sat at the back, and she gave them time to just say what their show was and when they were on, which I thought was actually quite nice. Yeah. And she was very positive about. She's positive about everybody, really. It was her first night, so you almost expect there to be some sort of hitches with shows, but there really wasn't with this. I don't think, apart from at the beginning.
She's an individual performer, and it was a really, really strong performance.
It was 1 hour and 10 minutes. Did you think it was too long enough? I'll be honest with you. I just got your answer. Sorry. Yeah. There were a couple of moments I thought it could have been slightly shorter, but
I think the majority of the songs really fitted with the narrative, but there was one section, and I'm afraid I can't be more specific than that, but we had 3 songs that came quite quickly one after the other, and I did wonder that there were times where maybe, and this is obviously a personal opinion, that particular point didn't need a song.
Right. Yeah.
To sort of further illustrate it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jay.
The majority of the songs did fit, and they enhanced it. There was maybe one, possibly two, and I'm, you know, I can't be more specific than that, where I just thought maybe they weren't necessary. But
I mean, she certainly worked hard. I mean, all those 20 characters.
It was.
And you know, you got that it was well crafted in that respect.
Very
really.
well crafted. Yeah.
I mean, whether you would, I mean, the fact that this opening statement, hilarious now, but it certainly is heartbreaking. I wouldn't say it was hilarious. It's funny.
No.
But it's not hilarious funny.
No.
I think it's a funny piece of work.
Yeah, I agree.
That has got, and it's classed as a dark comedy, and there are some dark elements there.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, there were some very good observations.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, very much so.
Of characters, of life. I liked how it was done.
So it's on right the way through the Fringe until the 26th. It's on at different times sometimes, so check the Fringe website. It's on at 3 times. It's on at 11:45 in the morning, sometimes 2:45, and then obviously the evening slot. Not every day, but check what's happening each day. So there's preview shows tomorrow. They're probably a bit cheaper. So tomorrow will be the 5th of August. In fact, it will probably tell me if I click on it what the so £11 tomorrow, and a normal price after all the. Oh, that's weird. How's that in? Okay, previews are £11. There's 2 for 1 days, which is Monday, Tuesday, but the normal price is £10.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why the previews are more expensive. I would normally expect the previews to be slightly cheaper.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Does it? I mean, I'll just check another one later on. Oh, it's back up to £11. So there's a flexibility about the price, really, depending on when you want to go and when. But obviously, 2 for 1 days are ideally if there's 2 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few days it's not on because the poor girl needs a rest. The 13th is not on. The 20th is not on. Okay. But how many stars?
I think it's a very strong 3 for me.
I said I would agree with you. I think it's a really strong 3.
I mean, I know, I'm sorry, Lisa, I mean, it's verging on a 4, but I'm going to go.
Yeah, I would have gone, in my heart, I'd gone for 3 as well. I thought it's a really good piece of work. Yeah. Definitely worth seeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. We're back shortly with the last show of the day. And we'll see you very shortly. Cheers now.
Bye.
Bye.